Samsung Galaxy A10 review, great in its day, but you can do better for your money in 2020. What you need to know. While for many the Samsung Galaxy series starts with the S and ends with the Note, there's also the Galaxy A, which covers Samsung's mid-range and entry-level handsets. The Galaxy A10 is the cheapest Samsung on offer, which means you get a somewhat curious mishmash of stylish design but limited innards. Powered by Samsung's own Exynos 7884 processor, that's roughly equivalent to a Snapdragon 450, and 2GB of RAM. The 6.13 inches handset has a 720p LED screen and a single-lens 13-megapixel camera. So while in terms of design, it doesn't look a million miles away from Samsung's flagships of 2 to 3 years ago, inside it's an entirely different story. As I alluded to earlier, the Samsung Galaxy A10 is a good-looking phone. Budget handsets are no longer chunky things with enormous bezels, and at a glance you could easily confuse the Galaxy A10 with a flagship from a few years ago. Look closer, however, and there are telltale signs that this is a budget offering. For starters, the back is made of plastic rather than the glass coating you typically get on more expensive phones. There's only one camera on the back, too, and the reason you can't see a fingerprint reader isn't because it's a fancy in-screen model, but simply because there isn't one. In its place, Samsung promises you can use your face to unlock, but without the fancy front-facing camera of a Pixel 4 or an iPhone X, it doesn't feel like it's the best form of security. The Samsung Galaxy A10's 6.13 inches screen is an IPS LCD number, and it's clearly a point where the company is making savings. Although it's impressively bezel-free for the price, you won't be getting QHD or even Full HD here. Instead, you're limited to 720p. Honestly, I'm okay with that in principle. If I can live with 1080p on a 40-inch TV, then 720p on a smaller screen is just fine with me, if it saves a few quid. Aggressive cost-cutting is going on inside, though. Not only is the phone powered by Samsung's own Exynos 7884 chip, but there's only 2GB of RAM to help keep things running smoothly. And bluntly, it struggles to manage that. Apps are slow to open, and there's a noticeable lag from when you press a text field to the on-screen keyboard popping up. I'd expect these things after a year of phone usage, but it happening with a fresh install of Android is a little concerning. In our standard battery test, where handsets play the same loop video at 170 cdm2, the Samsung Galaxy A10 was a very good performer, managing 18 hours 23 minutes of playback before conking out. As you can see, that puts it towards the high end, but honestly anything above 14 hours is more than enough for more people's needs. Anything extra is just gravy. The Samsung Galaxy A10 is something of a throwback with its camera setup. It's back to the days when phones simply came with one rear camera. Plenty of budget phones waste time with a pretty pointless depth-sensing lens to make them look a bit more premium, but here Samsung is keeping it simple. In some respects, I'm wholly unsurprised that the Samsung Galaxy A10 remains a popular choice in 2020. It's far better looking than any phone in this price bracket has any right to be. The screen is decent and it generally gets the job done. But you can definitely do better now. Shop around, and you can find the Oppo A5, Nokia 5.3 or Xiaomi Redmi Note 8T at a similar price, and all of them will give a far better day-to-day performance and provide better photos too. If you're dead set on a Samsung, then the Galaxy A21s is a substantial improvement and is one of the best priced smartphones we've ever reviewed.